Hello, everybody, and happy birthday to all my beautiful Virgo women out there. This is a little birthday tribute. I'm going to be talking about what my opinion on the Virgo woman. I did a previous video on the basic traits on Virgos in general. Anyway, and I did mention that video that a lot of Virgo women have always been drawn to me. I have a Virgo stellium, maybe that's it too. So, but my best friend, Lydia, wanted to mention her. She is passed on in 2011. I'll never forget her. Absolutely loved her. And God, I don't want to get teary eyed. But anyway, she was a Virgo. And there's one thing that's undeniable about Virgo women is they they have an organized life. I mean, yeah, there are some Virgos. I mean, you know how they say they're organized, neat, and that they can be messy, but there's always this sense of some kind of organization in them. Everything has to be organized. Whatever, some aspect in the life has to be organized, has to be methodical. They're either habitual in schedules, um, hygiene, whatever field. It doesn't mean it, because people get this misconception that all Virgos are really, really clean. Now they can be messy. I mean, I've seen Virgos, they're in their cars and they're just like messy. Their homes are not, the most organized, but there's always a part or something in their life where they are very meticulous and detailed about and organized. And they usually have their ducks in a row. Virgo women they can be critical, you know, um, and judgmental, but deep down, they break easy. If you get close to a Virgo woman, she can be a really good friend. She's there. She cares. She's usually attached to the family. They were always worried about the family. They can appear aloof and, unemotional, but Virgos are really, really emotional inside. And they really do care, and they try to run and do everything they can for their family. And that they can be great moms. They're always worried that everything's okay for the kids, no matter what. Their kids, they're always worried. Even though they can be critical, they're known for it. It's just in their nature because they're just so detailed. They're their own worst critics also. They really sometimes rip their own selves apart. There's a perfectionist sense in them too. Whatever task they take on, they usually want to complete it. And this is why maybe sometimes they don't start projects and that, because there's an insecure part of them, and there's a part of them that if they do start something, it needs to be done, and it needs to be done perfectly, and you know what I mean. So there is a part of them that they procrastinate sometimes because they just want things done perfectly, and they really can be their own worst critics. So if they're criticizing you, I don't think they always mean to be judgmental. They may come across like they are judgmental or critical and that, but you got to understand that they usually do this to themselves. Virgo women are usually very cautious in love. They pretty know what they want. I mean, we all have, matters of the heart is a challenge to all signs. But the Virgo woman deep down kind of knows what she wants, what she can live with, what she can't. She is very vulnerable to being hurt, though, because they usually are faithful. They usually give their heart and soul. They'll do anything for the person they love. They're hard workers usually, in some sense. Even if they're not working, there's something about them that they're always um, working about something. And so in relationships, they usually just expect the same in return. They want their home life to be stable. They do concentrate on their families, even though they work hard. The only thing is they tend to have sometimes relationship issues, because it is hard to find people who have some of their exceptional qualities. Like, they're very real. They're very down to earth, most of them. Um, so it's really hard to find um, the balance between being so down to earth, so reasonable, and then fun at the same time. Virgos, they get this rep at times that they're kind of boring. Um, that's not necessarily true. They could be a lot of fun. The only thing is they know when to quit usually. It's like, okay, this is it. This is, just say a Virgo woman goes out and parties all night. She'll still go to work the next day. She may be dead tired or whatever. Or if she doesn't, she's going to be like, oh my gosh, I messed up. Or to herself, like she'll get up the next day, fix herself and make sure, it doesn't happen again. They're just so little perfectionists in some areas. Um, they can give you the best advice. They're there to listen to you. They do usually get along great with water signs, their fellow earth signs, of course. And there's just I can just go on and on and on. They just they can be quiet and seem withdrawn. They do need privacy. They can be a little hermity, They they love to usually read or, just focus on something. There's always something that they're focusing on. They are known to miss. This is true. Even though they're so detail oriented, they sometimes tend to miss the forest for the trees, or the trees for the forest, which way you're looking at it, because they're just so analytical in one. And that at times I find that I even the female Virgos too that I am in association with is like they'll make this tiny little critical mistake because they were so detailed and everything else came out perfect, and they missed this one little detail, and it's like, oops. So at times they're too focused on one area where that tends to happen, and I've noticed that with my Virgo girls. And at other times they can be at times a little I don't like to say boxed in. They can be set in their ways at times. Even though they're not a fixed sign, they tend to be at times. But if you would sit down and try to reason with them, see, reason is key word with Virgos, and explain yourself. And, even if your emotions come out, they may seem reserved in that, but they feel you. They just don't show it. They feel you. But they tend to grasp the situation then and understand you. And it's like they'll just say 2-3 words. Like if you're emotionally going nuts or whatever, and you're talking to a Virgo and she's just listening to you, and all of a sudden she'll just tell you 3-4 words that are powerful and so real and just like solution to something. It's like, wow, So they're great at giving advice. They're good moms. They're good friends. They're a little hard on themselves. They do expect there's, like I said, some type of organization in their life that part of their life has to be organized, and they do expect others to work along with that. I've known some Virgo women really are very creative. They can design beautifully. My daughter-in-law, she's a Virgo, and she's very creative. Also, they tend to just know how to fix things. Like they need to paint a wall. Like my friend that passed away, she came to me. I was living in Vegas at the time, and I was trying to sell my home there and come back to Chicago. And she's like, let's get this kitchen done. It's like it's a little dark. So she just bought this gallon of paint and just done, simple. But it just, it was just the most simplest little idea and the most simplest job, but it really, really made an improvement, if you know what I mean. So they're just really good at what they do. I can go on and on and on, but basically that's, at times they can be running too much around for people. They can be too kind at the point where, people get used to them always dropping things and doing things for them. But there's limits with Virgos too. Females, I know. It's like, you push it, that's it. So That's about, I can go on and on and on and on and on. But anyway, so that's just something that I was, my opinion on Virgo women and the Virgo women that I know. And anyway, Virgo women, enjoy your birthday month. Love you all. And the next video is going to be the Virgo man, my opinion on it too. So happy birthday, Virgo women. Love you. Please like, share, and subscribe. Bye.